Hi here, Finn's here. I am back for another video, and I've just listened to the jury show for semi-final one of Eurovision 2022. 17 acts performed tonight. Only 10 will make it tomorrow night in the big broadcast show. Who will make it? Well, this is a little preview about what I feel, who could make it, who could not make it, and who could win the jury vote, who could win it all. Let's digest it all. So yes, semi-final one, it's a good show. It's a decent show. Maybe not, the strongest semi-final we've ever had at Eurovision, but it's actually a really good show. Regardless who qualifies, you're in for a good show tomorrow. So, yeah, I feel tonight there were a lot of acts that felt like they could win the jury, because we've got so many ballads and mid-tempo songs that potentially could be a jury winner, like Greece, Netherlands, Portugal. Even Armenia was good tonight. It's so tough to call, and it's really actually, I feel like this semi-final can be classed as the kind of more predictable semi-final, considering what we're going to have on Thursday night, which is going to be the really stressful semi-final. This is the less stressful, kind of predictable, but it is tough to call this one, if you think about it. There's a lot of them, and there's a bunch where I go certainly qualifying, and then there's a bunch below, certainly probably going to be out. And then there's the countries in the middle, about 4 or 5 of them, that are fighting to be 9th or 10th in the semi. It's going to be really interesting tomorrow to see who gets through or not. People like said tonight, Albania could be out, Lithuania could be out, I'd be devastated at that. But overall, who I think will qualify. Now, I haven't made any changes. I'm going to stick with the 10 that I said in my qualifying prediction for semi-final one. If you haven't seen that already, go and check it out on my YouTube channel about my prediction before the rehearsals of who was going to qualify. I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to stick with the 10 because I feel confident that it's going to be the 10 that will go through. And to recap, the 10 I think will qualify will be Armenia, Latvia, Greece, Netherlands, Austria, Ukraine, Norway, Albania, Lithuania, and Portugal. So I am leaving out Switzerland, Slovenia, Bulgaria, Moldova, Croatia, Denmark, and Iceland, sadly. However, out of the ones I've left behind, still, I see potential of qualifying. I think Switzerland could get through, and I've got a funny feeling Moldova, I could see a scenario where they could pull through. The staging lets me down. Tonight, I kind of felt a bit cold listening to them. But, people do, we're only talking about them qualifying because they're Zuri Zub. They are a popular name in Moldova, and the Romanian-Moldovan diaspora vote could be spread out from Europe. So, they could sneak in, but I can't see a jury getting behind them. That's my fear with Moldova. But they are a popular name, though. I could see a scenario where they could make it, so it wouldn't be a big shock to me if they make it, but I kind of go with the staging they've got. It does feel like if they do make it, it'll feel like they're taking a spot for somebody else that probably deserves it more, should I say? I don't know. Personally, I'm just not a big fan of what their stage effort. I think they could have been a bit more creative on stage. And yeah, they were kind of, maybe they'll still come like 10th or 11th, but yeah, and Iceland was another one where I went, maybe they could, but tonight, I don't know, maybe it was coming on after Austria and before Greece. They kind of got a little bit lost in the draw tonight. I don't know, I don't know, the mood went down, because after Austria, was really good tonight, and I think we went from a high to a low, and I don't think the running order now, listening to it, really played in Iceland's favour. Maybe the jury, will not be affected by the draw, but I'm just concerned, like, the public, this might not be a huge one for the televote. So yeah, those are the ones where I could see get through. And then, you know, Latvia I really like tonight. I think Latvia really upped their game. I think they could still be in a chance. And actually, you know, I would have never said this when I first listened to the song, but if they don't, but now saying it, I would be quite upset if they don't qualify, actually. I would, because they'd be well missed in the final. I would love to hear what Greg Norton has to say about them. You know, they would be well missed. And I think who else will be well missed in the final will be Lithuania. People said she might be out. I think she can still pull through. I want Monica Liu in the final. Come on, let's have our Baltic friends in the final. Yeah. I think she can still pull through. I don't think she'll, like, win the semi, but I think she can still pull through. I know there's not a huge amount of Lithuanian diaspora in her semi, but I think she can still pull through. I think she'll stand out, and I think maybe people would get behind her. Maybe. I hope. But that's the ones where I want to see get through. I have to say Austria, very quickly. Pia Maria did elevate tonight. Her vocals were much better, although the sound was a little bit weird. I think they've done something with the backing still. It still does feel a bit off a little bit in some parts, but actually, you know, they had a great reception tonight, so I think I was quite sceptic about whether Austria will make it or not, and it was all dependent on this jury tonight. But overall, I think I'm feeling more confident about Austria's chances, and I think, you know, coming on after that commercial break, I think it'll wake up people, and yeah, I'm feeling confident that I think Austria will get enough points to go through. Now, very quickly, before the broadcast show tomorrow, who is going to win? Who has won the jury vote? Because the juries have probably cast their vote right now. I still think Greece has won the semi. Oh, well, yeah, if I answered two questions there. I think Greece has won the jury vote tonight. I think Netherlands probably came a close second. And I think Norway and Ukraine also probably did well. I think Ukraine staging has really elevated, you know. They've really put on a good stage show. So yeah, Ukraine is one to watch out for. I don't think they'll won the jury vote, but I still think they would have done quite decent in the jury vote, if you know what I mean. I think Norway could win the televote, or Ukraine could win the televote, but I think Greece would be one of those that will come quite close to win the televote, like second or third, and then wins it all, you know what I mean. So I think Greece will still win the semi-final, and maybe Ukraine or Norway be a close second to win the whole semi. We'll see tomorrow night when we all see it in full. But yeah, that's my lowdown of semi-final one after listening to the jury show. Tell me what you think. Comment down below of who you think will qualify. Yes, and oh, I can't wait for tomorrow night. We will find out by the end of tomorrow night who will be our 10 finalists from semi-final 1 of Eurovision 2022. I cannot wait. Hope you like my new, for 2022, my new flag board, I like to call it now. And yes, 17 will be whittled down to 10. The question is, who will that 10 be? Comment down below in the comment section below, like and subscribe to this video, and I'll be back for more content very soon. So then, goodbye people, goodbye.